Welcome to Orthodox World This Week, Orthodox News in Digital Space. I'm your host, Abel Mathis Alex. Let's see the latest updates in the Orthodox world. The Ecumenical Patriarchate, as the mother church of all Orthodox in Ukraine, is always on their side. Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew I of Constantinople. Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew I of Constantinople received President of Ukraine Vladimir Zelensky at Pamphor, Constantinople on July 8, 2023. Zelensky's visit to Ecumenical Patriarch started with a prayer service at St. George's Cathedral, followed by the official meeting. President began the meeting by updating the situation in Ukraine and thanked His Holiness for his unwavering support, prayers for peace, and comprehensive assistance to Ukrainians. President said, I want to thank His Holiness. Today is an important day. Our struggle has been going on for 500 days since the full-scale invasion. We have the support of His Holiness, prayers for our soldiers, for the nation, for our people, for life in Ukraine. His Holiness Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew noted the importance of achieving peace in Ukraine. The Ecumenical Patriarch, as the mother church of all Orthodox in Ukraine, is always on their side. The Ecumenical Patriarch said. You can read the complete statement from the Ecumenical Patriarch in our website. A delegation of peace led by His Holiness Abuna Matthias visited Tigray. A delegation of peace led by His Holiness Abuna Matthias, the Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Neighborhood Church, traveled to Mekelle, Tigray on Monday, July 10, 2023. The delegation of 18 dignitaries delivered humanitarian aid, visited internally displaced refugees of war, and anticipated a dialogue with the archbishops present in Tigray who had begun process to ordain bishops by themselves, a matter that has created additional challenges to the Holy Synod and the Ethiopian Church at large. The delegation, when it arrived in Alula Abba Nega Airport in Mekelle, was welcomed by Chief Administrator of the Interim Regional Administration of Tigray. His Holiness Abuna Matthias thereafter presented a donation sent by the Holy Synod of Ethiopia to the Interim Administration of Tigray to aid the refugees of war. Nevertheless, the archbishops present in Tigray, those who have created their own see entitled the See of Selema and threatened to ordain bishops by themselves, were not available for discussions. Even closed the Cathedral of St. Michael, wherein His Holiness and other Archbishop of the Peace delegation were supposed to be received. Hence, His Holiness and their graces were forced to pray before the closed doors of the church. While the delegation visited refugees, they were faced with banners that accused the Ethiopian Church of being a genocider. Experts from different speeches of archbishops who are blamed for supporting the civil war, inquiries to be returned to displaced areas, and placards in support of the new ethnically motivated schismatics. Still, His Holiness reiterated that he was hopeful for peace. The delegation returned to Addis Ababa on Tuesday, 11th July 2023. 9 bishops consecrated for the Ethiopian Orthodox Neighborhood Church. 9 new episcopes were consecrated by His Holiness Abuna Matthias of Ethiopia at the monastery of Saint Mary, the See of the Patriarch, on 16th July 2023. Many metropolitans of the church, several priests, and many faithful participated in the consecration ceremony. The 9 were elected by the Holy Synod on July 5, 2023, against the much objection of church scholars and associations that considered the whole process uncanonical, unanimously, and based on ethnic lines after a committee of archbishops selected 18 monks in an undisclosed manner. The prayer of the Holy Scheme for bishop designates took place on Saturday, July 15, 2023. Archbishops in Tigray uncanonically elected 10 bishop designates. On Sunday, July 16, 2023, Regente archbishops, namely Abuna Isias, Abuna Makaris, Abuna Petros, and Abuna Mehrakastrios of Ethiopian Orthodox Neighborhood Church, who established a schismatic see in Tigray, led the canonical election of 10 monks out of 26 candidates with the participation of a handful of scholars, elders, and a little more than 100 partakers and observers in exim. The monks are to be ordained as bishops by the new schismatics, which the Ethiopian Holy Synod had called unlawful and asked the regional and national governments to stop the proceedings thereof and aid reconciliation in a press release on July 12, 2023. A week ago, on Monday, July 10th, 2023, a peace delegation led by His Holiness Abuna Matthias, the Patriarch, went to Tigray for discussion with the Archbishop, but was met by closed doors. It is the second time this year that the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church has faced a schism based on ethnic lines. The first five bishops elected were to serve in Tigray, while the later five elected from the 26 candidates to serve in the Tigray diaspora. President of Montenegro visited Saint Sava Cathedral and Serbian Patriarch. President Jovac Milatovic of Montenegro visited Saint Sava Cathedral on July 10, 2023. At the cathedral, Jovaco Milato was received by His Holiness Serbian Patriarch Porphyry. The president was in Belgrade as part of meeting the president of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić, where both countries took positive cooperations after years of conflicts between the countries. President Jovic is also a member of Serbian Orthodox Church. Two new bishops elected for Armenian Church in Jerusalem. Armenian Patriarch of Jerusalem elected two new bishops in St. James Brotherhood held on 6 July 2023. The Very Reverend Father Theodoros Zakarian, Dean of the Theological Seminary, and Very Reverend Father Kurion Bedgadi Srin, Director of the Department of Real Estate, were elected to the bishopric. The consecration dates will be published later. An extraordinary relation between an Oriental Orthodox primate and an Eastern Orthodox saint. Saint Matrona of Moscow and Catholicus Mupen Marthoma Paulus II. Watch a special snippet from the Pan-Orthodox Roundtable Episode 4 featuring Hierodeacon Peter of the Department of External Church Relations of Moscow Patriarchate. Hierodeacon Peter of the Department of External Church Relations of Moscow Patriarchate shares memories of the spiritual relationship between an Eastern Orthodox saint, Saint Matrona of Moscow, and a primate of an Oriental Orthodox Church, late Catholicus Mupen Marthoma Paulus II. This snippet is taken from episode 4 of Pan-Orthodox Roundtable featuring Hierodeacon Peter. Hierodeacon Peter is a staff member of the Department of External Church Relations of the Moscow Patriarchate and a member of the bilateral commission between the Russian Orthodox Church and Malankara Orthodox Church. You can watch the video in our YouTube channel. And the fourth episode of Pan-Orthodox Roundtable will be uploaded in the coming weeks. That's all for the week. Thank you for watching Orthodoxy Cognate page. Hope to see you in the next week. Thank you.